Cool. 4.5 out of 5. I feel like I have to keep going now, right? Until I lose. Well, now I definitely have to keep going because I'm obligated to play an opening. Wait, what is crab? Crab opening. Yeah, very funny. Well, oh, I was supposed to do this? Alright, well, I'm calling this good enough. What are they gonna have to do? Alright, normally they can't do this, but we're down like 3 tempos, so I guess they can. Don't tell me you're the. I just played A4 H4 at a 2750 game. Don't tell me scam. I consider this a debt well honored. You're happy? Good. You should be. Also, are we just winning, by the way? I'm gonna be really upset if this is a winning position. I will be actually furious if we win this game in 10 moves. You do not want to see what will happen. Bro not booked up on crab theory? True. But this is why, like, they usually can't, like, take on d4 and try to hold the pawn. Like, obviously we usually don't have these moves included, but this is the general problem. It's just too slow. They can't deal with this super easily. That is kind of annoying. Let's go here, I guess. I don't know, I mean, we're kind of getting a rook, right? Also, I'm turning e4 as well. Yes, h4 so we can play bishop h2. It's all coming together. And see, a4 protected the knight. So we were able to play knight b5. Low-key, you know, these moves are contributing to the game. Quite a lot, actually. Without h4, we would not have bishop h2. Without a4, we would not have knight b5. This was the plan all along. So I can win a piece or I can win a rook. I'm gonna go with the piece, honestly. Because we might be able to do both. Now he still has to play knight of... I mean, he can play a6, but I'll castle. He's not actually threatening to take. I always have take and take. Because I so wisely played a4 on move 1. So as to prepare for this moment. Because once again, our pawn is so strong on the a4 siege resides. Oh, we won in 14 moves. Oh, I hate everything. I'm in pain. This is the worst day of my life. I don't know what to say. Huge call, huge call. I cannot believe that a4 and h4 were both useful in the game. Like, I can believe that we won. That's not that hard to believe in Blitz. Sure, a4, h4. But the fact that both of those moves turned out to be integral to the game is egregious. Okay, so we are not actually winning here, by the way. This is what I was saying, like, my position is so bad that if he just, like, gives away a rook, is it even that good for me? Here, we'll review the game very slowly. So, I'll explain what occurred. So we played a4 on move 1, wisely. And the point that you might not understand the purpose of this move. If you're uninitiated, if you're a noob, one might say, you might not appreciate the strength of such an idea. The idea, as will be revealed later, is to control the very important b5 square, which in all games of chess is particularly relevant. We follow up with the equally, no less powerful h4 move. Now you might, if you're a noob, think, okay, h4 is useful to control the g5 square, because when we played a4, it's useful to control the b5 square. But nay, don't be silly. Only a fool would think that the g5 square would be important. The g5 square has never been important in the history of chess. The point of h4, for those who are more experienced with this sort of playstyle, is so that later on we will have the h2 square for the bishop, which we would not have if the pawn were in h2, because you can't move your own bishop to a square that is occupied by your pawn. So we wisely move it out of the way. Now after e5, you can see my opponent has made a critical mistake. On his first 2 moves, he has played the 2 most sensible moves in chess, taking full control of the center. But after d4, and he captures, we play knight f3, hoping to recapture with the knight. And he foolishly defends his free pawn. Now, in addition to controlling the center and having all of his pieces developed, and our pawns are on a4 and h4, black is up a full pawn for no compensation, a very important one as well, thereby dooming him to his fate. We play bishop f4 to take advantage once again of the h4 move, preparing to slide the bishop back to h2. And after he foolishly plays knight c6, we give away yet another important pawn. Takes, knight f6, and we take advantage of the other side of the board. All of our pieces working harmoniously. The knight protected, importantly, by the pawn on a4. We are secure in our position and can simply defend with this knight. The second point, of course, is that after knight h5, attacking our bishop, we reveal to our unwitting opponent the purpose of the move to h4 and bring the bishop back to h2, renewing the unstoppable threat of knight to c7. And our opponent's useless flailing about afterwards, realizing at this stage that he's been overwhelmed by the power of this opening, results in him losing all of his pieces and resigning on move 14 of the game. A classic example of the strength of the a4 h4 opening at the 2500 rating level. You're welcome for this lesson. Take notes. Put this on YouTube, please. Low-key, this might be the first, this might be the first thing I've ever done on stream that might be a good YouTube video. Maybe this is how I begin my YouTube career. I played the crab opening against the 2500 and won in 14 moves. Thumbnail. I've done it. Lock it in.